are scum! You are scum! You make everything you touch dirty! And you made me lower than you are! And that I will not forgive! I do 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 not forgive!
Hello and welcome to the Spy Guy channel. And you can't have a spy channel without the Equalizer. I absolutely love this show, guys. Edward Woodward, for me, is the first and the best Equalizer. I'm sorry, Denzel. I'm sorry, Queen Latifah. The Denzel movies were good. I tried to get into the Queen Latifah show. It had its strengths, but I just didn't buy it. The thing that sells Edward Woodward is actually his voice, his acting ability. Now, a lot of people, and I guess they probably said this when the show came out, thought, why would a middle-aged, slightly portly man be of any threat? Well, speaking from personal experience, and I'm sure my family won't mind, my late father-in-law was a member of the SAS, and he would have had to do some horrible and amazing things in his career, stuff, by the way, that he never spoke of. To see him, he was very much like Edward Woodward. He was not very tall, he was quite stocky, very personable, very charismatic, but you wouldn't look at him twice. He was what they call the grey man, someone who blends in. So from that perspective, Edward Woodward was actually very authentic. But when he got angry, you believed it. And if any of you are old enough to watch his original spy show, Callan, back in the 60s and the early 70s, by the way, I've got an old video that covers the Callan show. Check it out if you haven't seen it. It's got some great clips. That was Callan, and that could have been the Equalizer at his peak. So from my perspective, Edward Woodward was very believable purely by his acting gravitas.
If he is responsible for the agony, the unbearable agony of a woman I have just visited in that hospital, then God help him. And nobody but God will be able to help him. Good day.
The character of Robert McCall, the Equalizer, played by Edward Woodward, was a really well drawn out, well written character. The show was created by Michael Sloan, who was a great writer who's got a great backlog of work. And he wanted the gravitas that Edward Woodward brought to the role. Apparently the producers didn't originally want him, but they felt that the way Edward Woodward played it was essentially a burnt out ex-operative. And as I said, he nailed it. But what I liked about the show was it switched almost weekly between clients. By the way, what happened is, although he was retired, Robert McCall felt the need to help people, partly to appease for wrongdoings that he caused during his career as a spy. So he offered his services to anyone in need by putting an ad in the newspaper, and people would answer him. It was something to the effect, if you want to even the odds, call the Equalizer, something to that effect. So one week he could be helping a young boy that was being bullied. The next week he could be involved in international espionage because of control, calling him in on a mission. Another week he could be battling with the mafia. There was another time where he was defending a woman who was being harassed. There's lots of different stories, so the stories would vary from week to week, and regardless of the story, the standout was always Edward Woodward. And I've picked a couple of standout scenes here where if you don't get tingles watching it, I say this all the time, but you don't have a soul. Good acting is good acting. Also the music. Stewart Copeland from The Police did the theme tune and most of the score. It's so unique and so 80s, but it's so apt and it works so well and it's exciting. Anyway, guys, you'll be able to tell from the clips. If you have not seen this amazing series, try to find it somehow. There are a few channels on YouTube that have clips, and if that's all you can watch them just to get an idea of the show. There is an Equalizer channel. It has some fantastic clips on it. But if you can get to watch the series, try. It's really worth your while. This is the best version. If you like the Denzel movies, good on you, so did I. But once you see Edward Woodward, there's no going back. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I've waffled a bit in this one, but this show really enthuses me. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday. By the way, I've had 3 coffees, and I think that's why I'm a bit hyper. Okay, see you, bye.
You know, I don't think that I'd be much good in your line of business. I think it's a little bit too stressful for me. Mind you, the insurance business is pretty tough.
Joan, he's lying. Don't you ever call me a liar, George. I'll tell you what we're going to do. You are going to take me to where you and Slate have that boy hidden. And if you so much as attempt to refuse me, I am going to take you apart, piece by nasty little piece.
There are photographs. Photographs from a certain Mr. Griswold. Photographs that Mr. Marstand somehow has conveniently forgot to enclose in his glossy new little magazine. Haven't you?
Get him out of here.
I don't care what adults do with children. We're going to prison for a very, very long time. And if by any strange chance you happen to fall through their net, then by God, I'll be there to catch you. And you will not like what I do one little bit. Get him out of here.
And finally, I couldn't take it anymore, so do you know what I did? I resigned.
You sure you quit? Or have you just found new excuses for the same old kicks?
What do you know about the world, boy? And who the hell are you to even attempt to judge me?